5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello there, folks. Welcome back. You're watching UKSG Summer 2021, raising money for Crisis. We have our next one now. We have the one and only Paulister, who's going to be entertaining us with some BattleBlock theatre. Paulister, please take it away.
Thank you very much, Tiny Tim. Hello, everybody. I'm Paulister. I'm joined here by my co-commentator, Durf Jerk. He's going to be jumping in and out whenever he's able to give us a little bit of commentary on this game. But yeah, we will be running a little bit of BattleBlock Theater. It's going to be the any percent category, and I'll show you exactly what that means in a little while. But first, let's just get straight into it. We're going to be doing normal mode, which is essentially you get checkpoints, and if you die, you go back to a checkpoint. And then we also have the weapons, so we are going to be using, for the most part, these two weapons and a few others. You'll see what happens when we get along to it. But for now, let's just get things going. Durf, if you join the next run channel, you'll be dragged back into the live channel, so don't worry about that. But yeah. Timer, we're gonna be getting started in 3, 2, 1. Let's do this. Alright, so we're gonna be skipping that first cutscene, and first and foremost, we're gonna explain how this category works, because it is a little bit peculiar. So basically, any percent is the absolute bare minimum at any given point in time to actually complete a chapter and make it through, and that includes menuing out of some stages as soon as we enter them. Why do we do that? That's a great question, and I'm gonna tell you in due time. Essentially, the game kind of... there are certain stages that the game will just let you pass through without having to clear them, and those are usually if when these act and scene numbers show up. If the scene number says either 1 or 2, then you can instantly menu out of that stage as soon as you enter it, and then instantly you will receive the heckin' the next stage to play through. The third scene in each of these sets of acts, you have to actually go through. So, yeah. This is essentially a very, very fast-paced game, and we're going to be menuing through a lot of these things. Basically, in normal mode, that's exactly what happens. In insane mode, on the other hand, you cannot do that. Insane mode is essentially, you die, the stage resets. So you can't menu out of stages to move on to the next one, like so. So yeah, half this run is going to be us menuing out of stages. The other half is going to be us menuing... It's going to be us playing through the third scene of each act. So yeah, that's basically how it goes. This is the lesser of two any percents for a reason. There is another any percent category that was just mentioned in chat called any percent NLS. Come on, thank you. Any percent NLS essentially means that those stages that we are currently menuing out of, we would play as per normal. So yes, that's gonna be perfectly fine as we proceed onwards from that. There are a few little pieces of speed tech that we are currently going through, and I'll explain them in due time. But yeah, any percent level skips is usually the any percent category that we tell people to try when they say, hey, I want to speedrun this game. So yeah, it's 88 little morsels in that other category, and this one it's more like 40. 88 little morsels of tech and strategizing. I nearly forgot to menu out of this one, but I did it this time, so that is all good. We're gonna do the exact same thing here. Now you will see me a lot like move my right hand up and down because I'm essentially, my controller is underneath my desk and my mouse is on top of it, so I have to go like back and forth to menu out of things. And Jasper, you are absolutely correct. It's no level skips. So yeah, you're not skipping the levels that we are currently skipping. Ooh, okay. So it seems that it didn't like me doing the double jump there, so I didn't do it. That's fine. We're gonna proceed onwards. The fact that we didn't get hit by the laser over there is good news. So now I'm going to get out of my way to grab this gem in this little tunnel here from lava blocks. And I'm going to skip all of these lasers. Well, I'm going to die to the first laser. And then I'm going to skip the second laser. And then set myself up for a lovely little boost. Let's make it happen. Boom. There it is. Very, very nice. How are you liking this category so far, Tim?
It is absolutely fantastic. It's very, very... This game is... I said it before. It's weird, but in a good way.
Yes.
And I love this sort of style of game. I mean, the precision platformer is kind of my bag as well. So it's a very, very interesting run, this.
It's really simple.
Except your era is more like ZX Spectrum, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I'm a little bit more, I run more archaic games, shall we say. Whereas this is a relatively new title.
Yeah, this is 2013, which is, compared to the games you run, Tim, very new.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. Right, so one thing I will say right now is these are the finale stages, and essentially the way they work is you have a limited amount of time to complete them. You will see that at the top of the screen. Thankfully, when you hit a checkpoint, you get 10 extra seconds, as I did over there. And basically, with the way we operate around these stages, if you run out of time, you did something terribly wrong, or you simply walked away from the game for like 5 minutes to go to the toilet or something. It's like, the time limit for us speedrunners is insanely forgiving. So yeah, we're just gonna go here, grab the key, and that's gonna be the end of Chapter 1, just like that.
Well done, I think. I wasn't paying attention.
While
And-
you're doing that, do we have time for a quick donation?
Go for it, yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. We have received a $5 anonymous donation without any comment. But thank you so much indeed for your generosity. Remember,
Sure know
folks,
how to
we
make
are
the best
still
of a confusing
trying to
and
get
hopeless
that
situation, but boy, this place
fantastic
is quite the...
Half-Life Duck % bonus run. Okay, we are currently sitting, let me just check it. We're currently sitting on $80 out of the 500 needed, so we really need to get a bit of a push to get that at the end of the marathon. You don't want to miss it, so see please if we can get those donations in. Remember, they all go towards Crisis. Thank you very
Yes.
much.
Indeed, it's a fantastic cause, and thanks to your generosity yesterday, we broke so many records. And now we're looking to breach new heights. Reach new heights. Hopefully, by reaching this incentive, we will be going we'll be within a stone's throw away from $4,000, which is going to be a UKSG first, so by all means, get those donations in. That's going to be really exciting. Okay. For a second there, I just kind of blacked out, and I just saw that I am actually doing the right stage. So, yeah. There we go. That is Act 1, Scene 3 of Chapter 2. Chapter 2 in general, there really isn't much to it. Basically, the difference between a good run and a great run, in some cases, is RNG. So, you're basically just kind of going in and praying it kind of works out in your favor.
Never lose hope.
So, yes. Now, I did see a question in chat earlier about whether this game is NG+, and Ohei said it beautifully there, but essentially, after your first playthrough, like after you go from like Chapter 1 to Chapter 8 to the ending, and you have like completed all the stages, you don't really have a reset functionality, so everything you have unlocked, everything you've collected, that's yours to keep. So that's why when we get newcomers to the speedrunning scene, which could be you, we tell them play through the game once first and foremost, because everybody else is playing on an already finished save file, because you can't revert it after that. Not in any great or okay, never mind. Not in any meaningful way, at least. So the thing that I did there when I fired this little electric ball, I was hoping that the electric ball would actually be a little bit lower so that I could boost from it and reach the top of the stage that little bit faster. That's how I get around about 4 seconds of time save. It's not much, but it kind of adds up throughout the run, and especially in a category that has so few opportunities for time save, like any percent, you want to take every opportunity you can get.
I would love to tell you where
So,
they
yeah.
got the gems, but I'm not gonna.
So a slightly, perhaps strange question,
Oh.
Paul. Could you maybe enlighten us as to what this game's actually about in terms
Yes.
of storyline?
Gems of 3.
Well, to tell you about that, we need to tell you about the SS Friendship. Welcome to the SS Friendship. Everybody on the SS Friendship is friends, one and all. That's why I call everybody friends, because we are all friends on the SS Friendship called Earth. I don't know what I'm saying, but basically, our friends here, they were on a ship, and they were going on merry adventures. They were facing off against fearsome foes. But at some point, a great storm hit, and the ship went whoosh a lot, and then, yeah, it crashed. It got shipwrecked into this island. And then our greatest friend of all, Hattie Hattington, was taken from us by these cats that were running this abandoned theater. And they kitted him with this hat. No pun intended. And that hat made him get some evil powers. And now we're trying to save him by traversing 8 chapters. At the same time, trying to save all of our friends. Which apparently we have to save them by paying them in gems? Paying the kitties in gems? Something along those lines. But yeah, the cutscenes essentially, when they don't talk about, you know, Hattie and just the main crux of the story of saving Hattie, they usually go on about all of the shenanigans that are going on in this theater. So yeah, that's how that is operating. How this game operates. Okay.
I've got to say that there's a very interesting link here between this game and the very first game we had in this marathon, Bowser's Fury. Because again, cat.
Cats. Oh, yes. Oh, wow. Nice. Okay, so I was surprised that this worked out, but it did. But yeah, basically, if you set yourself up just right and then fire the frog over there, and then use that force ball, which propels you in a certain direction when it explodes, the force ball rebounds off the frog at the right time, explodes at the right time, and with the right amount of speed, pushes us through the lava block. And then with a second force ball, we can kind of clip through the wall and save about 5 seconds. I'm really happy I got that in a run.
Bullet so far. You don't even complain about the prison food, which is shocking because
I'm trying to mash the start button to skip through this, and just like that, we are a quarter of the way through this game, which is very nice. Now this stage here, we're gonna menu out of it once again, but it's really nice because it's basically a boot camp. It's the perfect practice stage for what is known as an Omega Boost. So I mentioned how force balls, kind of when they explode, they kind of push you in a certain direction, basically away from them at really high speeds. Well, if you cannot boost off a corner, which is the usual force ball boost, which I'm gonna do right now, you can do it in mid-air. Ouch. I died to that laser. Gonna push this boat. And so we can do this boost in mid-air. The problem is that it is a frame-perfect trick. You need to essentially, on the very next frame from your jump input, you need to make your weapons input. Okay, that was what happens when you do it late. So I'm gonna try and do it, yay, like that. So if you do it on the exact frame after your jump input, then you should be good. If you do it one on the same frame, then the weapon input will never happen. If you do it one frame later, the thing that happened to me will happen to you. You get pushed downwards instead of upwards. So, yes. We're gonna continue onwards like so. And we're going to continue with these stages. I think as we continue onward, I can talk a little bit about some of the RNG and however it is involved in this run. Basically, certain weapons that move around have RNG as to how they move around. For example, you probably have seen them already, but there are so-called buzzsaws that kind of move back and forth. The direction in which they start moving is RNG. So they could start moving to the left, they could start moving to the right, who knows. These cannons also, the direction in which they start and the speed, no, just the direction at which they start, that is also RNG. At the same time, there are certain blocks that, at random intervals, pick a random direction and just move one in that direction. So they can go one left, 5 seconds later they can go one up, 2 seconds later they can go down. And so what the developers have done with those blocks is they have made some sections where they just kind of stuff a bunch of those blocks in there in a certain arrangement, and then they just proceed onwards with just letting them move around. Especially because they kind of put those sections like later in the stage, so by the time you get there, the blocks have had a chance to kind of like shuffle around, and so it's random every time. I have yet to see any blocks battling. Wow. I think we battle the blocks. The blocks don't battle each other. It is us versus the world if the world was the blocks. Yes, I am fully aware of what I just said. Alright, let's move right along. This is our first instance of a secret stage that we are going to be instantly menuing out of. So we're taking the whole you must complete these stages rule, and we're bending it a little bit. Because clearing a stage essentially involves getting a rank of C or above. Get a rank of C or above on those stages to have them considered cleared. So basically, there are two ways, not just one, of considering those stages cleared. The first way is if you manage to clear the stage as per normal. By the way, a puzzle skip right here. This saves about 10 seconds to 15. Yeah, so you either clear the stage as per normal, 3 gems, hit the exit, or if it has a secret stage, you enter the secret. Doesn't matter how many gems you get, so long as you enter the secret stage, you will get your C rank, and the stage will be considered, for all intents and purposes, cleared. So that's what we're going to be doing every chance we can get. And we're able to do that in here in Chapter 3. So that's pretty fun. Alright. Now, I did see another question in chat, which has a whole backstory behind it. Okay, if I can just maneuver myself through these lava blocks. Alright, so Oh Hey just asked, what are those pink things that you ride occasionally? So, what Oh Hey is referring to, and I don't know if we've seen them already, but essentially, the equivalent of Yoshi in this game is a little
You've really
pink
got the crowd
cube.
eating from your delicate hands now.
1 second.
There's never a dull moment with you at the helm.
Because Stamper can get very loud in these segments. Yes. So, we have the equivalent of Yoshi in this game. The name of those Yoshi equivalents is under debate. And so some of us call them pigs, some of us call them fridges, some of us call them tofu blocks, some of us call them horsies. And so we have happened upon the rule of thumb in this case, which is whoever has the world record in a certain category determines. Oh, I did the dum-dum. I menued out of a stage that I shouldn't be menuing out of. Excellent. I'm gonna have to undo this split because I have done the boo-boo. So let's do that properly this time. So yeah, whoever has the world record in a category determines what it's called in that category. So that's great.
I got a question before you, Paul.
Ooh.
You've got a second.
Go for it.
Yeah, I was just looking at this game, and obviously I'm aware that you also run other games, other Behemoth games, and I would just get your thoughts on the other Behemoth games and maybe a little bit about them.
Ooh, the Behemoth games. Go for it, yeah.
It was just to get your thoughts on what you speedrun, and because obviously if anybody likes this game, there are similar. The developer has a very unique style, shall we say?
Yes. So yeah, the Behemoth, it's essentially comprised of a team of folks from Newgrounds, essentially. People that have made stuff for Newgrounds got together and made a game dev studio, basically. And so they made Alien Hominid, first and foremost. I've never speedrun that, though I have had an idea of speedrunning it, maybe. Never got around to it, unfortunately.
It'd be nice to see.
Yeah, it would be nice to see. We also have Castle Crashers, which I played a smidge of at some point. Also, Spike Walk. I'll explain that in a second. Then we have BattleBlock Theater, which, hello. And then finally, as of right now, because from what I've heard, there is another game in the works, Pit People, which I have done some speedruns of, and have also convinced Tricro to speedrun. Yes. So I did the intro % run, and for the longest time I used to have the world record for that. Alas, it has been beaten handily by a fearsome foe. And then I never went back to that game. But yeah, I did have an idea at some point of speedrunning the quartet of Behemoth games back to back to back to back. But that plan has not come to fruition just yet.
We will wait in anticipation for the day that fantastic event occurs.
Dora Hundo first. Maybe. We'll find out. I think once I'm able to, have a relaxing time when I go to wherever it is I'm going, then we can probably look towards some more speedrun projects other than BBT. But yeah, I mentioned earlier a certain thing called a spike walk. Here's how that works. Basically, spike blocks, when they're facing up, there is like a pixel or two of leeway on either side of those blocks that you can step on, walk on, and away from those spikes without being spiked to death. And on multiple occasions, we try to use that as much as possible. And essentially, the most common use is we jump, when there's like a single block high jump that we need to clear and has spikes on top of it, we can simply do like a single jump while hugging the wall before the jump. And essentially, that sets us up perfectly to spike walk on the opposite side of the spikes. Especially because if you consider that if you do not interrupt your jump with anything, then you get a max jump every single time. So yeah, that's pretty consistent every time. So now we're going to disable all of these frogs as much as possible. We're then going to boost up here, dodge all of these boulders without getting some weird collision that kills us on the spot. We're then going to boost right upwards from here. Gonna get through this laser. We're gonna debate this Rackalope to hit the button so we can make it through. We can't make it through this. We're gonna wait for this laser to fire and then gonna run around here into this portal. We're then gonna skip another puzzle here using this boulder. We're gonna double rock throw. Yes, we're gonna grab the boulder and throw it again in mid-air as a golden hat shows up. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to free time loss. That is known as the golden hat. Essentially, the way golden hats work is that they are completely random. They are absolutely random. You could get 0 in a run. You could get 6 in a run. You could get 15.
Take my dainty hand as I whisk you back to
Who
a time
knows?
long forgotten, long before the
It really depends on how favorably the RNG sees you. So yeah, we had a golden hat there. And as you saw, it kind of freezes all of gameplay as we know it to tell you, oh, look at me, I'm a golden hat, I do the thing. Pick me up and you get gems. And we just go, shut up, I don't need you. Basically. And we move right along. Pro tip for those of you that wish to avoid golden hats in future speedruns, if you tap the same button that, if held, would normally result in, you know, resetting to the nearest checkpoint, which is the Y button on Xbox controllers, the triangle button on PS4 controllers. I couldn't begin to tell you what it's on the keyboard, but it's one of the keys. Try it out. Yeah, so if you do that while holding a golden hat, you drop it. So you save yourself the effort of having to deal with it some more when it's when you're about to hit the exit. Because if you hit the exit with a golden hat, that's another 4 seconds lost because there's an extra animation of the golden hat celebrating being taken to the exit for the first time in 100 years. So yeah. Alright, we proceed forwards from here. And we're gonna get this jetpack and get our last gem to hit the exit. Very nice. Thank you, Durf, for giving us the factoid that control is the default keybind for the suicide button. Excellent. Moving right along.
Shall we find some sparkly gems?
On to the next stage, which we're gonna menu out of. I nearly forgot that we're menuing out of this stage. This is why this category isn't speedrun as much as possible, because everybody has a habit of speedrunning NLS and just playing through all of these stages normally. And so you will see people like me, primarily, kind of absent-mindedly either menuing out of a stage they're not supposed to menu out of, or I don't know, like playing through a stage they're supposed to menu out of, and then 5 seconds later, realization kicks in and they go, ah! And they menu out of the stage. Well, unfortunately, Durf, we could not have you in for commentary, but that is fine because your factoids are gracing chat as it stands. So, there is nothing to be ashamed of here.
Boring.
Do I have a second to talk about why we're here, Paul?
Yes, go for it.
Okay, thank you very much indeed. We would like to thank everyone for watching the United Kingdom Speedrunner Gathering. Normally, we're a 2-day speedrunning marathon held 4 times a year in Glasgow, Scotland. But due to the situation with COVID-19, we're bringing you 3 days of exciting speedruns from the comfort of our own homes to yours. We are raising money to support Crisis, who are a charity supporting people out of homelessness for good. And they achieve this through education, training, and support with housing, employment, and health. 100% of your donations will be supporting Crisis. We have raised an amazing $3,575 so far, but let's keep going. Let's get that duck percent Half-Life run. Just keep those donations coming in. Thank you very much.
Yes, indeed. Indeed, that's going to be very... oh, nice. It's going to be very hype if we can get that Half-Life run met. Especially because I'm going to be doing the hosting for that as of... well, basically... The ruling here is that I'll be doing the hosting. So, if you wanna see me do the heckin' host, then you probably want to get your donations in. We are well on our way to getting that incentive met. So, waste no time. Donate now. Aw, okay. I'm trying to do a semi-precise boost here. And an equally semi-precise spike jump. Spike walk, rather. So let's try that again. And there we go. So what I tried to do there was essentially have the force ball rebound off the bottom left corner of the block, and then jump just right so that I can get boosted upwards and over these treacherous sections. Because otherwise, that's like a 20-second long platforming section to go up and over and do all the things. Alright, now we approach the Chapter 5 finale. And this one, if I recall correctly, has a very funky puzzle boost. Once again, we're meant to go like up and over like a certain section and bring a boulder down so that it actually like enables a bridge for us. You will see if I do not die here. There's another golden hat. Again, RNG. This could show up here in this run. This could also not. But yeah, we're not gonna do any of that. Instead, we're gonna get this frog down and skip every single bit of that. And then just move along. That's like 10 seconds saved right there from the normal thing. Ooh, okay, I'll take that. And I'll take the duck shark opening the path for me. In due time. There's the golden hat. We're absolutely not taking it. I don't need it. I don't need it. A golden hat is for wimps. Now you're probably expecting me to go, I need it! But no, we don't. We actually don't. It's free time loss, but also 10 gems if you get the golden hat. Poor hat, yes. Many a golden hats have been ignored during BattleBlock Theater speedruns. Alright, so then we platform up here. We then go like this. We get this platform. There we go. Hey, we golded by 1.4 seconds. Not bad at all. Now, if you'll excuse me. My throat is doing the thing where if I drink coffee or anything caffeinated, in this case, energy supplement.
Hat sure is a mystery. It vexes me so. It truly does.
It's kind of.
Where did it come?
It's kind of acting up just a little bit. But yeah. Now, Chapter 6. It's a very fun chapter. It's kind of like a fun interim between Chapters 5 and 7 and also 8. Basically, it has some really fun technical stages in it. Unfortunately, we're going to be skipping arguably my favorite stage to showcase in any BattleBlock Theater speedrun, which is 6-8. We're going to have to menu out of it because it has perhaps the sole instance of a triple clip through the wall. Unfortunately, we're not going to be doing any of that. Whoop. I barely didn't make that jump. No, I barely made that jump, rather. Which is unfortunate, but rather quite fortunate. I don't know how to speak. Alright, and that right there, the thing that we just skipped, this is known as cat hell. Basically, if any one of these cats bonks you down there, that is 4 cats waiting to just kind of trap you in there and just never let you go and make you lose time. So with the jump that I did, we kind of sort of skip through all of these, but we are still going strong as such. having avoided all of these mischievous cats. And then we menu out of this stage as well. Again, I nearly forgot that I need to have my hand on the mouse to do the thing.
Trust me, you'll be fine, so long as you find the gems and don't die. Good luck.
Alright, on to 6-3. There's a hidden gem behind this tree foliage. And then we're going to boost up from there. And they're going to pull up this block so that this bridge gets unlocked.
Everybody in the pool.
There is a semi-precise trick you can do with like a frog that can be used as a stepping stone. By essentially, in like the milliseconds that you are kind of sitting there, you gotta fire a frog and then step on it. I was not intending to fire a weapon there. But yeah, you can fire a frog, step on it, and use that instead of having to go over and unlock the bridge. I'm so happy I got that Omega Boost. I haven't gotten that in practice in a while. So I'm happy to finally get that. So yeah. Yeah, that saves about 5 seconds if you want to do like an IL thing for that. But yes, we proceed onward to the next stage, which happens right now. And we're gonna skip it once again. Do you see now why people speedrun NLS instead of this category?
Shall we find some sparkly gems?
Is this game worth playing alone? Oh yes. Oh yes. If only for the cutscenes, it is so worth it. Also, it's a lovely challenge, so by all means, give yourself a lovely challenge, play BattleBlock Theater today. And also, join us in the speedrunning leaderboards, because, my god. We get like one person a year who is interested enough to go through with like an any percent no level skip speedrun. This year, it's Schnool. Yeah, Schnool is a good lad who this year bopped me for the slowest ever time on the leaderboards, including obsolete runs, by a solid hour. I'm gonna dodge this rocket here with the backup. And yeah, he's been making incredible progress.
Now go for a beat.
Yes. It is fun. So yeah, he's been making incredible progress with this game, and he will soon get a sub 130. And I'm telling you, sub 130 is a fantastic goal if you want to like play this game for like a month and then just let it go. Because a sub 130 means that you have a pretty decent grasp of the strats, and you can string them together to form a semi-decent run. 3 golden hats in a run. I should probably mention the record for me right now is 6 golden hats. Ouch. So if I for some reason get more than that in the span of an any percent speedrun, then my god. Ooh. Yes. Oh, okay. So apparently I could not jump there early enough. There we go. This is what I was supposed to do from the get-go. Do a horizontal jump and then proceed onwards with that. We're gonna have a setup here to get this boulder up and over onto this side. We're then gonna do another Omega Boost up here. Boost on this lava block to reach the other side of this platforming section. We're gonna let this guy fire his rocket as we clear the path to the key, which we will then instantly perish from. Gonna let this guy fire his rocket again. We're then gonna fail at opening the path. Gonna disable the rocket. I'll take that. There we go. That is what I was meant to do on the first try. Apparently, BattleBlock Theater is on for £2. So I guess this is the second run in a row after Love to Kuso where the game is on sale for
Now, it
a
goes
really,
without saying, but
really
cats
cheap
really
price.
don't like to be ignored. My oh my, this
So if you want, you know, BattleBlock Theater, if you want to have some fun with some great game, £2. Get on it. Oops. Alright. So we're going to skip through that. Welcome to Chapter 7. As we go through these stages, let me explain to you the two shticks that Chapter 7 employs to provide a sense of challenge. The first shtick is forcing the player to go through multiple branching paths to go through and unlock the requirements for the exit and the exit itself. The second shtick is forcing the player to go around the same stage layout twice, sometimes maybe even 3 times, to kind of provide an extra bit of challenge. This stage falls in the latter category. And honestly, speedrunners, what we do usually, is we try to circumvent that as many times as possible. In this case, we have this stage has 2 laps that are meant to be done. But if I jump up here for a force ball, before it fires, I menu out and put up a paper plane, set that up, fire another paper plane, set that up, slide, and then jump over this checkpoint, I skip through the second lap. And I don't have to do it. And there's the exit. Boom. I'm surprised I was able to commentate through that. But yeah. So you're meant to kind of like hit that checkpoint, which prevents you from going back around and you know, cheesing the stage. I'm gonna actually menu out and put my force ball back. And yeah, that was a fantastic stage. But yeah, the way that works is essentially if you, before you fire a weapon, you menu into a paper plane, then the finite lifespan that it used to have suddenly becomes infinite. So you can kind of continue. You can kind of fire another weapon as well in that time span. So if you continue doing this, like these like menuing into and out of the paper plane ad infinitum, you could technically have an infinite amount of paper planes in a stage, or as many as the stage can fit in it. But yeah, basically you gotta wait a little while and then yeah, do the thing. So yeah, that's fun. Alright, and then we're gonna menu out of this stage. The hardest stage in the run. I'm kidding. It has 2 frog walks. One on the left to get 3 gems, one on the right to hit the exit. It's literally like 10 seconds of a stage. And then we have this stage as well, which is actually quite difficult. You have to skip all of the checkpoints. There's also a piggy on the left of me, there. We're going to be having one more here in this last stage, which again is trying to push you through as many paths as possible. There's an upper section that takes you to the yarn, which is another collectible hidden inside a stage. We are not going to be going there at all. Going to be boosting off of here just at the right time. If you boost too early, you actually don't get that gem. If you boost right as the block explodes, you do actually get the gem. We're going to double rock throw to unlock the second bit of this path. And then we're going to go up here. And then we're going to lure this piggy into this crevice here while we make a bridge for it to get over. And then we're going to get right into the finish. So yeah, there's like a few paths that you're meant to be going through. We skipped 2. We half did 1. So yeah, that's how you save time in that stage. Now welcome to Finale 1 of Chapter 7. Oh boy, if I get this right, it is gonna be hella fast. We're talking 30, 35, 40 seconds faster than the casual route. We're gonna be going up here. Thankfully the fan is open, so we don't have to worry about that. We're gonna dodge this grenade. miraculously, I would say. We're gonna go over here, grab these wings and the boulder, drop down here, jam the boulder in there, and then grab the wings once again, go over here, and then try to get in the portal exactly like that to skip the entire left side of that stage. There's a whole other stage over there. We're not going to be doing any of that. We're also at the same time going to be boosting through this ice section just like that. Wasting 0 time, and I mean that. With every fiber in my being. I just golded by 3 seconds there because I did not wait for all of the boulders to kind of like do the thing before I left. We also have another consistent setup for this piggy to reach the button and unlock the key for us. That's another 1 second gold in that one. And I'm also going to take a mental note of the IL time I had there. This is probably good. This is probably a good time.
I admire your tenacity.
Excellent
Truly,
stuff.
I do. For
That
show.
was-
But things have
That
really
finale
gotten
was
out of control.
really good. And if that finale 2 gold is anything to go by, I can gold by another like 2-3 seconds. But that is for another run. In this run, we have Chapter 8, the final stage. There are no shticks here. It is pure technical skill. By technical skill, I mean menuing out of 6 out of the 11 stages we have to do. The others, though, are pretty decent. I am happy to announce, though, that the arguably the hardest, most technical stage in the run, 8-4, we are absolutely menuing out of. And we're going to have a fun time here at 8-3. Because you guys raised money for it. Oops, okay. You guys raised money for it, so we're going to be playing 8-Secret. I was going to do it after the run, but honestly, I'm fine with doing it here. But first, we're going to have to skip this puzzle section. Oops, okay. Gonna fire this frog like so. Let it go walk up, and then with its explosion, we're going to skip over the spikes in the fans that blow us downwards. And then we're going to go through to 8-Secret by skipping all of these lasers, jumping over this last one, and here is 8-Secret. Thank you all for your donations. Here is a stage that plays itself. That's looking good. And a little bit of time saving the end, just by like walking into the exit. And there you go. That is 8-Secret.
Go for the A+. Go for it.
Alright, and that was that stage. And I lost a little bit of time there, but honestly,
Never lose hope.
I don't think I should have ever gone for PB. Anyway. Yeah, I'm not going to go for a PB. So yeah, that was 8-4. It has a lot of technical stuff. We're not going to be seeing any of that. We're going to proceed onwards
Find the gems and don't die. Good luck.
to the rest of this. And we're going to be doing 8-6, which has an interesting cheese on it.
Gems of 3.
Basically, there's another half of the stage that we are meant to be doing, but we're not going to be doing it because there are 3 gems here and they are perfectly normal. Ouch. I probably shouldn't have hit that checkpoint, but that's fine. It really doesn't waste much time here. And it doesn't make the cheese fail, so we should be good. So just as I make a boost up here, and then do the thing, we get the 3rd gem and we hit the exit. Just like that. Normally you're not supposed to hit that checkpoint so that when you actually fall into the water, you're like right below those fans. You can actually get that 3rd gem and just hit the exit right like that. But still, the cheese happened. Let's not be nitpicky about it. Anyway, we're going to boost here for a minor speed tech, minor optimization into the penultimate, the first of the last 5. In a no-level skips run, They are spicy. 8-7 and 8-8 specifically, they can waste 10 seconds each on RNG alone. Just because lasers are firing off at inopportune times.
But I'm not gonna.
You know what? But you know what? There's never inopportune times for donations to Crisis.
Indeed, indeed.
That was smooth.
Speaking of donations to Crisis, please keep them coming in. We're still sitting on 3,575. So remember, we want to see that Duck percent run
Yes.
of Half-Life. Duck Race was yesterday.
Yeah.
So please get the donations in. And also a big thank you to everyone who donated for that extra level bonus incentive there. And that was quite fascinating.
Yeah, that was very nice. And yeah, thank you all very much for coming in. I see the BattleBlock Theater community has shown up. That's very nice to see. And yeah, that was 8-9 with some minor mistakes here and there, but still, it was a very decently done with a boost that I'm convinced is either frame perfect or has like a window of 2 frames in that toggling on and off section. And now we proceed to the end of this run. Get ready on time. It is not when I finish Finale 2. It is slightly after that. I'll let you know exactly when it is. But we're going to grab this piggy. We're going to go over here, grab this cloud, boost upwards to skip the portal section. Then we're going to boost ourselves with these lava blocks to move up here. And then use this jetpack here. Then we're going to clear this puzzle, like so. Then jump up from this slime block, and then avoid the toxic bubble. Get that extra gem, and then proceed onwards, like so. Get our 3rd gem right here, and then hit the exit. And once again, I will thank the devs for their incredible work on this game. They made a really challenging Finale 2. It's a really hard challenge, I'm telling you. Too bad we're going to be cheesing every single delicious bit of it. Absolutely incredible. Getting the 3rd gem right here. Gonna be boosting through here, and that is Finale 2 done in a crazy fast time. Time is not in yet. I'll let you know when it is. Give it a second. We have to save our friend Hattie and bring him back to the SS Friendship. And so when we lose control of ourselves at the SS Friendship, that's when time is. So get ready on time. It's like 10 seconds more. But thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that run. And time.
And so we finally made it back to the boat after a harrowing, exhausting adventure. I bet your dogs are barking. I mean, let's face it, most of that deal was unpleasant to the point of sucking a whole lot.
I always appreciate seeing you running your games because they're very unique, very different. And that was absolutely fantastic. I hope everybody enjoyed that as much as I did. Anything else you'd like to say before we carry on to the next one?
Well, if we have some extra time, actually, we could see this credits scene.
He loves hugs.
Maybe.
He wasn't moving. He wasn't
let me have a look. I think we're good for that, to be honest.
Yeah, we're like 9 minutes. 9 minutes underestimated. This is gonna be like 2 minutes.
I think we're very good on that. We've got another run. Yeah, we've got plenty of time on that. So yeah, let's enjoy.
Enjoy.
And you were my best friend. You were my Hattington. Hattie Hattington. And when you reached for help, we were too late to take your hand. But we're here now. You're the moon and we're your stars. And we're here for you as you fade into the dark.
Get your Midori jams in the chat, dudes. Let's do this. Let's dance.
So your best friend's a vegetable now. Blah, blah, blah. But you know what they say? When life gives you potatoes, you make potato salad. And I got just the recipe. Hit it! Buckle your pants, buckle your pants. Pull up your socks and dance. Buckle your pants. Buckle your pants. Buckle your pants, buckle your pants. Hey, I said dance. Buckle your pants. Buckle your pants. Ladies, buckle your pants. Gentlemen, buckle your pants. Boys and girls of all ages, buckle your pants, or they might fall down. Hey, you, buckle your pants. Yes, you, buckle your pants. Everybody, buckle your pants. But if you don't want to, that's fine.
Buckle your pants, buckle your pants, buckle your pants, or your pants will fall to the ground. Buckle your pants, just buckle them, babies, nice and tight, please. Buckle your pants, 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 buckle your pants,
And that was foreshadowing for pit people.
Oh, I get it. Because of them, yes.
Very
It
nice.
all makes sense now.
So yeah, that was BattleBlock Theater. Any percent done in 51 minutes 22. Without 8 secret, it would probably have been a sub 51 time, which is pretty heckin' nice. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this run. I sure enjoyed it myself. And yeah, keep those donations coming for Crisis. We are raising a record-breaking amount. Let's get to 4K, my friends. Not the resolution, the donation total, I mean. So, yeah, that is all from me. Tiny Tim, if you have anything last to say, I'm just gonna wave perpetually until we go into intermission.
Well, thank you very much indeed, Paulister. Absolutely fantastic. I hope everybody enjoyed that. We'll be going for a quick intermission just now, but we will be right back. We've got some fantastic runs coming up, so please stay tuned. Thank you very much again.
Bye-bye!